Hey everyone, as always, Dylan Miller prospecting. Welcome to another Tuesday Night Gold Panning Fever, episode number 152, where we're going to be going through a really big bag of Vendetta Paydirt, even though he's not going to be here because he's on the road, just like MJ is always on the road. I don't believe this. I think he's out looking for some of those big nuggets. You know, we just saw him in Arizona looking at other people's finding gold in AZ. We know where he's at. He's out there looking for that big gold. So let me say hi to everyone in chat. Let me catch up on it if I can find what I'm doing here. But Donna, thank you for being here. Missed you last week. HD, thank you for being here. Thank you both for being mods. I appreciate it. And keep this rowdy bunch in control. Megadog555, thank you for being here. Wildcat Prospecting, thank you. What else we got? Shane Prothero, thank you, as always. Appreciate you coming to the shows. John Gear. Who else? LXR, what's up, brother? Thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it. Troubled One, thank you for being here. Vendetta, going through the list. Thank you for being here, even though you're not, but you could listen even when you're on the road. You know, that's it. You know, you don't need to listen to music or not. My sweet voice. That's all you need to listen to. JP Lawns and more. Wanda, thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Dean Olson, Dusty's Golden Reviews and Prospecting. Thank you for being here. Nightbot, as always, thank you for being here and working for free. Brian Phillips, Mark Sheldon. 83 Skyroar, what's up, Rich? Lurking? Always lurking, brother. I appreciate the lurkers just as much as the people in chat. In fact, I appreciate the people that lurk more because to read all the chat. It goes too fast for me sometime. Wheeze and Geezer, thank you for being here and being a mod. I appreciate it. Even though I didn't see you, somebody else said you were here. So, but all right, we got live chat. Let's pop it out. And if I missed anyone, as always, I apologize, but I do appreciate you being here. And I'm sure at some point I will see you and say hi to you. So, there we go. Open everything up. Joey Brown, thank you for joining the show. I appreciate it. Jose Figueroa, how's it going? Aaron Mack. Oh, no, sorry to hear that, Aaron. Oh, brother, take it easy. Definitely take it easy. No long time Vendetta. Jose's here more often than you are now because you're off on the road looking for that gold that doesn't exist in AZ. You know, I saw that video. I saw that video from the gold vlog. He brought that gold there. He brought all that gold. You know, I guess the only way you need a $9,000 metal detector. That helps, I'm sure. That was an awesome video. I actually managed to watch the whole thing before the live show. Really awesome video. You know, and thank you, as always, for sporting the Miller prospecting gear. I always appreciate that, Vendetta. So, yeah, anyone that's late, we're going through a big old bag of Vendetta prospecting. This is just something he sent me. I guess he said it's supposed to be fine gold, about 3 pounds. No label, no nothing. Just a big silver bag of Vendetta Paydirt. So, I'm excited to go through it, which is one of the reasons why we're starting the show at 6 o'clock. Painted rocks. You know, that's the first thing. I was kind of moving around my studio. I was cleaning up the shelves and stuff, moving some stuff around. And I just happened to turn right when he brought the nugget at the beginning, right when the video started and you were holding that one. And I thought it was a painted rock. I was like, that's a painted rock. That's got to be a painted rock. And then they started showing more gold later on. I was like, okay, maybe they're not all painted. Maybe there's a couple pieces of gold in there. Nancy, thank you for Nancy Marable, thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it. Sancho Panza and Sony Crockett, thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it. It's 4 p.m. Yeah, you're early. It's not 4 p.m. Where are you at? Not 4 in AZ, is it? That's probably true, Weez, and that's just his pocket change. Those are his rubbing rocks, you know. Package Total, thank you. The Asylum, thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it. And anyone, if I miss you again, I appreciate it. So, yeah, but we're going to be continuing the Arizona month, starting the show early again. Now, I will say, I had a couple people, you know, ask me why I'm switching to 6 o'clock, and I know it really does suck for the West Coast people who watch my live shows, because for them it's 4 o'clock. So that really, really sucks to have a show. A lot of people working 9 to 5, so they don't get off. But my kids' schedule has changed, so the time that I have to call them and talk to them has changed. So I had to end my shows from 8 to 8:15, somewhere in that time. It's probably going to be closer to 8. And maybe if, depending on my son, I might be able to close the show out at 8:15. And the only way I could continue doing my Tuesday shows was either just going to be having a 7 to 8 o'clock show. And with the way I yik yak, there really only would have been about 30 minutes of panning in the shows. And that's just not enough time to pan out any significant amount of dirt and recover the gold and have a nice clean pan at the end. So I had 2 options, or 3 options. Either I was going to have to shut down the Tuesday night shows, and I really didn't want to do that, or I was going to have to move the show to 9 p.m., and that would have meant the East Coast people, the show wouldn't have started till 11, so they wouldn't have even been able to tune in. And it was either that or revert back to 6 o'clock. So it sucks for people in the West Coast, but the show will still be going live during 7 o'clock. From 7 to 8, the show will still be here. You'll just miss the early part of the Ugly Mug. So it does suck, but it's the only way I could keep the show a good 2-hour-long show. So that's just the way it is. I apologize. I'm sorry to everyone in the West Coast that watches my live show. I do record it, so you can watch it later if you want to watch the first half. But, you know, PA, what's up, brother? What's up? Always glad to see you. Alan and Annette Jackson, thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it. So I think permanently the shows will be at 6 o'clock. I might leave the premieres, the Saturday premieres at 7, but I might move those to 6 too, just because, like I said, my kids' schedule is getting me really hard for me at 7 o'clock and 8 o'clock to be, getting stuff done. It's just, I don't know. What am I going to do? I still got 3 more years of this, something like that, 3 or 4. So until then, I just got to kind of move my schedule around for my kids, because it used to be a Thursday show. Now it's a Tuesday show. Now it's going to be a Tuesday 6 o'clock show. So Chef V, what's up, brother? I was just thinking about you today. I'm going to be doing a live show with your Paydirt in like 3 weeks, something like that. I think it's like in 3 weeks. I'm going to be doing yours. And I'm going to be doing yours against somebody else's Paydirt too. We're doing a battle, Chef V, with the Chef V, Iron Chef V Paydirt. And CJ Hayes, thank you for joining the show. I appreciate it. Saw you and I didn't comment. I was yik-yakking as usual. That's what I was thinking about wheezing. It's just, the reason I'm kind of being slow about it is because then I have to change all my stuff that says 7 p.m. But I'm probably going to change everything to 6 o'clock because it makes things easier right now. I'm just trying to hold off as long as possible in case something changes with my kids. I don't see that happening anytime soon. With the court case going on, which is really, really taking up an enormous amount of my time. No idea what's even in it. It's the half-gram bag. See the half-gram. It's got some nice little rocks in there, but I got 2 of your half-gram bags, so we're gonna be panning that out. 3 weeks. I'm pretty sure it's 3 weeks because next Tuesday is Gold Nugget sales. Next Tuesday, we're going to be doing some Gold Nugget sales. A new bag of Paydirt from Gold Nugget sales. Hasn't even launched yet. Something new from Gold Nugget sales we're going to be introducing next Tuesday. Then we got a Patreon show, and then that's it. Then the next one. So 3 Tuesdays from now. Make sure you get to that one, Chef V. Yep. He always posts it right before my lives. He always does it. Like, it's kind of convenient because I'm always setting up and I can watch it. That's the one time I can always watch the gold vlog. I guess it guarantees me watching somebody's new video if they drop them right before. So, dang, I am, PA. Send me a message on Patreon or email me, PA. Definitely interested. I might not have the money for it. I might, have to pay in pennies or something. But I'm definitely interested. As you can see, there's a couple spots behind me I need to fill up with Paydirts. So I was making room today. I was moving some stuff around, but And in case anyone's interested as well, MJ is also selling some Paydirt, all but one bag, because that one's mine. But MJ is selling some Paydirt as well. I don't know all the information. If she comes into chat later, everyone will have to hit her up and ask her about her Paydirt. But I did see MJ is selling some Paydirt. I'm guessing it's to fund her Freedom Fest vacation. So, Chris with a K, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. And Terry's Prospecting, PB Preston, thank you all for joining the show. I appreciate it. Yeah, I like the new vlog one. That was a good one. I mean, it was really hard to watch the show when I kept seeing the Miller Prospecting logo everywhere. And I was like, oh, man, that's a cool sweatshirt. I wish I owned a sweatshirt like that. That's a cool sweatshirt. I'm sure all of you were all thinking the exact same thing as well. Reglad, what's up, brother? How's it going? Stephen LeBlanc, thank you for being here. Thank you both for being here. It's not even, it's an early evening. For some people, it's still mid-afternoon. But I got my coffee, I got my Paydirt, and I got my cactus card that came with the Paydirt from Vendetta. You know, I won't read it to you because it's really, really mushy, talking about how I'm the greatest Paydirt reviewer in the world and all this stuff. And, oh, man, you are amazing. You are so, so amazing. And stuff like that. You know, it's just, it's so much. So, but it's from Vendetta. Really awesome guy. Awesome. I'm so happy to pan out some of his Paydirt. He sent this to me. Really great guy. If you don't know who Vendetta is for some weird reason, make sure you go check out vendettaprospecting.com. Nightbot should be posting his stuff every once in a while, but you know. Donna, thank you very much. I really appreciate that, Donna. Way, way too kind. Way, way too kind. The one and only, thank you. I appreciate you joining the show. I thought I missed somebody else, but maybe not. I think I'm up. I think I'm all caught up. So I'm going to go set up. We got the water set up. We're going to go start panning some Paydirt out. Alan Crippled Prospector Jackson, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. But let's get the face cam up. Shrink down the ugly mug. There we go. We got some water. Let's put a pan in there. There we go. Got some pan in there. But there we go. Let's go panning. Oh, well, I'll have to show y'all after. Here, let me. Here. I know the pan's there, but hold on. I got to show, but we got to look at the ugly mug for a second first before we get it, because my mods are going to start dropping the hidden link. And this time we're doing 10 spots again. So every week there will be one spot up in the hidden giveaway, but we're not giving away a bag of Paydirt this time. Instead, since it is Arizona month, I'm giving away a 1 ounce hand poured silver bar from Vendetta Prospecting. So this is out of my own collection. So 1 ounce silver bar from Vendetta. That's what's up for dibs. Make sure when the mods start dropping the hidden link, you go leave a comment. At the end of the show, we will pick one name out of there. And if you post something in the live chat to win that one spot, then you'll have one spot. And once we've filled all 10 spots, we'll give away this 1 ounce silver bar. And I don't think Vendetta's ever sold silver bars before. He's always had these silver rounds. This is a silver bar. I had him custom make for me a while back. So that's what's going to be going up. And now we can get to the panning, get rid of the ugly mug. And there we go. All right. All right, now let me set up, get everything ready. Slap some gloves on, start panning. The pan doesn't look seasoned. I'm telling you 100%. I get that so often. That people are like, oh, your pan's not seasoned. I guarantee you this pan is about as seasoned as it can get. I've been using it for 3-4 years now. It's just the lights. The lights are actually right above it and they shine down. To me, it looks really, really dull. I'm gonna have to buy a new one of these days, so I can show a comparison of them. Hey, Matthew Strickland, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. All right, so let me dump out this Paydirt. There is a lot of it here. I'm guessing like 3 pounds. I don't see any cobbles in this one, too. All right, there we go. Some really dark material. This stuff. This is darker than usual Vendetta stuff. You must have got this from a different hidey hole. It does look brand new in the lights. Even on my camera, it looks brand new, but I assure you it is anything but brand new. To me, it's really, really dull and scratched up. I was actually thinking about replacing it soon, so it's just from the cameras. I'd have to get the camera at a lower angle to show it. But all right, let's high banker concentrate. I don't know. The note does say, what does the note say exactly? Yeah, I've sent you the sluice high banker. Some sluice high banker concentrates from my Deer Run Creek, along with 1 gram of fine gold. So it does have some gold in it. It got some little tiny cobbles. Not something too big. We'll have to see. I don't know. Depends on what kind of fine gold he's talking about. Oh, he put some gloves on. So yeah, I burned the junk out of myself. So, my glove. Jason, what's up, brother? Thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it. All right, there we go. All right, I saw that it popped up on my screen. If it's not an emergency, I will read it as soon as the live show is at a point where I can stop. But that's awesome, Reg. I saw the message. I will go check it out. Magnet will get all the gold out. You know that. And I will say, I know a lot of people aren't huge fans of him. They're not huge fans, and we all know who he's talking about. He who shall not be mentioned. If you go to his other channel, he is giving away a very expensive guitar. Well, I mean, I don't know how expensive, but considering he sells them for thousands of dollars, you know, if you want to leave a comment and win one, that's best payback ever. All right, that's awesome, Reg. I did see part of it when it popped up on my screens. I'm curious. I'll read it at some point when we're on a break, just because I'm curious now. Get rid of some of these cobbles. No gold. Why doesn't anyone ever send me Paydirt with giant nuggets like that in it? Well, they have, but it's been a while. Oh, need some gold? Okay, I was kind of worried this was all going to be like, you know, kinky flower gold. Or I'd be cursing the name Vendetta for the rest of my life. Gold's starting to move. We're going to have to put it in the finishing pan. There you go. Gold, first pan. Always good. Yeah, he makes them. That's what he's got a new video out I saw. I do subscribe to his other channel. I actually prefer his other channel than his other one. But he does make them, but he does sell them. So, I mean, obviously, your time is worth money. You know, if you're making something, the parts are worth money. The wood is worth money. I've seen what he pays for some of those pieces of wood, and, you know, they're not cheap. And I have looked at the guitars, so I have seen that, he does sell them for a pretty penny. So, you can win one, take it, If you're not a guitar person like me, I'm not one either. Yeah, just put it up for sale, sell, trade it for some Paydirt. I appreciate it, Tim. Thank you very much. It is kind of surprising that I've had a couple people message me on my phone that they're watching, but they're on tablets and things, and you can't do live chat on most tablets, which is really crazy. You know, you'd think YouTube would figure out a way so if you're on a tablet, you could join live shows. Since YouTube kind of makes money off live shows, so. Yeah, like I said, I know he sells them for a pretty penny. I mean, I don't play guitars or have any inkling to learn how to play a guitar, but it's a giveaway. Everyone giveaway is a giveaway. Take what you can get, trade it, sell it. You could probably, if you want it and you didn't want it, you could probably trade it back to him for some Paydirt. you know. Thank you very much, Jose. You the man. Thank you very much. I appreciate that so much. You and Donna, thank you both very, very much. It just depends on which tablet. A lot of tablets don't, like most people like me, buy Fire tablets because they're cheap. And Fire tablets don't allow, because, Amazon hates YouTube. So, more gold. That's a nice wire piece. See? Nice little piece of wire gold. Wire gold's always been some of my favorite gold. And Ortiz, thank you for being here. I appreciate it and being a mod. Hopefully things are all going good for you in Arizona. All right, this stuff isn't as bad as I was worried it was going to be, but we still have a lot of material to go through. And thank you again to Vendetta for sending this to me. Really awesome guy. See, I'm getting messages now saying exactly I'm on a Fire tablet. It just I love my Fire tablet. It's great for everything except for YouTube. You know. I mean, I read every single night, like I try not to watch TV before I go to sleep, so I try to read for about an hour before I go. And a Fire tablet's absolute best because, if you have Prime, you can just keep getting the free trial and get unlimited books reading. You can do the free trial, I think, every 3 months. They try to get you to join again. Oh, well, there you go, A3. I'm interested in that. Reminds me, I've been trying to find someone that could do some woodworking because I want to get a sign for my squirrel feeder. But that'll have to come once I start getting money again. So, Brad Hayden, thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it, Rocky Mountain. Get rid of some of the bigger stuff. Material's not too dirty. The good thing about him having run it through a high banker is that it doesn't seem to be too much organics. That all got blown out. That is the one thing I really just don't like panning is organics. And it's not because it's difficult. It's just when you're panning it in a sink, it just all stays there. It doesn't have anywhere to go. If I was in a stream or somewhere, it wouldn't matter. But maybe one of these days I will make this into a constantly flowing stream of water in here. So it'll filter out all the organics while I'm panning. It's the other Brad. Thank you for joining the show, the other Brad. More gold so far. So far, this is pretty good. A lot of material to have gold in every single pan. Oh, I definitely normally, if this was a review or anything else, I would definitely classify it. The only reason I don't classify during my live shows anymore, really, is because I used to have my classifier set up on my overhead where I do my overhead videos. But I was getting too much dust on my laptop and my cameras and my lights, and I was trying to just having to clean them so much. So now my classification table is outside of my studio, off to a different side, and I don't want to have to go out there to classify, and I don't want to do it right next to the microphone. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Reg Lab, is just get like, you know, like you said, just a little waterfall. One of these days, when I rebuild my table, I will, because when I built this table, the sink is actually sideways. And when I cut the hole for the sink, I wasn't paying attention and I cut it wrong. And I didn't feel like going to buy a new piece of wood and recutting it. And I just put it in this way. So eventually the sink will turn. Because right now it's lengthwise going this way, and it shouldn't. It should be going up and down. So one of these days, when I rebuild it, I'll do that. I'll put in a little water feature and maybe put a couple koi in here as well. Reroute the local creek. Yeah. There's no creeks near me. And the only creek that is kind of near me, it was funny. I was looking it up a while back because I was like, oh man, I could go, you know, kayaking there. And it's so polluted. I was like, oh, never mind. You don't even want, if you don't even want to go kayaking, you know something's polluted, you know. So yeah, I wouldn't want to reroute that anywhere near my house. And then plus, if it was running water, my cat would try to drink it all the time, and he already breaks into my studio. Even though it's got a door, he's managed to find a way to get onto the vent pipes and get all the way to my studio and climb in it when, you know, I'm not here. Because he likes to look at my gold. I think he's counting what's going to be his when one day he trips me and makes me fall down the stairs. He's checking out where all the Paydirt's at. More gold. Nice little piles. And thank you, Donna, for dropping the link. I appreciate that. Thank you, Weezen, for giving my website a shout out. And again, in case anyone missed it, for this 10 spots, we're giving away one spot today. Once we fill all 10 spots, we're going to be giving away this. And that's the Vendetta 1 ounce silver bar I had them make for me. So I think it's right under 1 ounce. So I'm going to say about 1 ounce. You know, I think it was 31 grams exactly. I don't think it was 31.05 when I weighed it up. But I was weighing it up on a different scale. It might actually be, but we'll just say about. But if you complain, you can't win it. What? Only 27 thumbs up? Oh, man. These people, they don't know good TV when they're watching it. Yeah, I do think you got the bonanza, Tim. Yeah, if we don't get up to at least 90% on the thumbs up, maybe we won't pull a name tonight. Maybe we'll just make everyone suffer. Maybe I'll just give it away to my mods. I'll pick my mod's name. I sure would hate to tell Nightbot to, rig it. TM, how's it going? And yeah, I'm not a snake fan, but I doubt it. Usually, the simpler a life form is, like snakes, will just make them mutate. They'll just become impervious to it. Animals have a great knack of adapting. If you go to Chernobyl, I was watching a documentary not too long ago about Chernobyl, showing all the wolves and the birds and everything, where even though they're superly highly radioactive areas still, and they're still breeding and living in it, they're getting along fine. They thought all those species were going to die out. They figured 1-2 generations and everything would be mutated and dead. And they're thriving. All these animals are thriving because there's no humans anymore. They're just, radioactive. HD. No, yeah. So yeah, sadly, I think the snakes would just become polluted snakes that would bite you. Maybe that's it, Weezen. Maybe that's it. Some more gold. More gold. Put that in the other brand new pan that I've yet to season. Walking night lights. Yep. It's amazing, how animals can adapt quick. It's just because they have offspring so quickly. That's the difference. Is you got to think most humans have 2 kids, and so roughly they'll have kids about every 30 years or something like that. A dog or a bird or something else. Nope, that's 1 year. 1 year every year. So they can mutate as much as they need to 30 times faster than we can. And then plus only the strong are going to survive. So, if you're a dog and you have a litter of 8, probably 4 will die. Maybe only 2 will survive. But then those 2 will move on and, they'll be able to just go drink up all that water coming out of Chernobyl. That's what I tell my since I always have to go get so many like x-rays and things like that for my doctors, all the time. I always tell them the only reason I look forward to it is because maybe one of these days I'll get superpowers. I tell them that every time. They're always like, yeah, I don't think so. Because, doctors have zero sense of humor. They're all like, no, sir, we don't. That's not how it works. In fact, all that's going to happen. And I'm like, nah, 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 nah. Let me dream. Come on. I mean, I know I'd probably get a lame superpower anyway, but, All right. Oh, yeah. If we didn't have thumbs, it would have been all over for us. That was it. We got that one gimmick. We got a thumb. That saved all of humankind. There we go. More gold. So here we go. We're maybe a third of the way down. There is that. That's it. Panning without thumbs would definitely suck. I don't even, you know. That's 90% of why I use the pans I use, because I like the way they feel on my thumb. So. Sorry to hear that, Alan, but I appreciate you popping in, even if it's just for a little while. Hope you feel better. Hope everyone feels better. I know all of us, everybody, a lot of us are getting older, getting sicker. But I appreciate you popping in, even if a little while. I never do, Dean. I mean, I used to have people all the time telling me I should burn off my black sands to get gold, but, I don't think it's going to be worth it. I mean, you got to think, if big time miners don't do all these things, then it probably isn't worth it for small timers to do it, Just the amount of time or effort or money that would cost, you'd never recoup. And Aqua Donkey Prospecting, thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it. And Dean Olson, I don't know if I said hi to you, but thank you as well. I mean, but then it would depend. Like if something was really quartz heavy, then maybe. But I don't think anyone has ever really sold a good, like, quartz bag of Paydirt, because the only one that is like the Croissant mine, but typically when you see their stuff, the gold doesn't seem to match the material, and they crush the quartz already. So I don't, technically Croissant mine would probably be your best bet at crushing it all up again and trying to find extra gold, but that would be about it. What's up, Culver? Thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, it's really going to depend on what you're getting. I mean, if you were going to spend the time anyway to roast out some black sands, you definitely want it to be somewhere like Washington Beach Mining or Nome or somewhere like that, where the beaches and the black sands have a lot of gold. But if you're getting your material from, like, say, Croissant, then you're not, because that's all quartz heavy, and that's where you're just going to want to crush it up. I know some people have good luck with Croissant. It's one of those. Croissant does. I mean, I can't guarantee this, but in my opinion, Croissant does. How would you say? How should I say this? They do non-described bonus bags, where they'll make 10 bags of Paydirt and 9 of them will be 50% ROIs. But then they have that one that's 100% ROI or 90% ROI. And I've never gotten one of the good ROIs. I know some people that have, but typically every bag I've ever gotten Croissant has always been about 50%. So, how's it going, Mark? Thank you for joining the show. Doing pretty good. Finding some good gold. Panning out one of my favorite Paydirts from Vendetta. More gold. I'm gonna have to dump off a little bit. Get too much water in here. It's always been missed for me, but like I said, I know some people, but just generally from people I know who have panned out Croissant or purchased their Paydirt, more people it's missed than it is hit. That's why I think they do bonus bags. I mean, I know a lot of people used to do it. Jimbo's Gold used to do it. Back in the day before Golden Paydirt started their whole, like 1 ounce nugget hunt and stuff, most Paydirt sellers that sold Paydirt just all had bonus bags. All of them. Tom's Gold Dirt. Everybody had bonus bags. They just didn't tell you they were bonus bags. They wanted it to be more like, which is funny because if you see most Paydirt buyers, They always complain that, oh, I didn't get anything extra. I didn't find anything extra. I found exactly 1 gram. But sellers used to do bonuses. Like, that's what they would do. They would say, like every bag's going to have 1 gram. But then bag number 9 and 10 would have like 1.3, then 1.5. So, 8 people would be pleased. They would get 8 people would say, okay, I got my gram, I'm happy. But that 9th and 10th person would be ecstatic because they got more than they should have gotten. But then people started asking for bonus bags and this, and they started advertising it that way. And, but then Golden came out and ruined that. But I always thought it was the best system. I still think it's the best system, is do bonus bags, but don't tell people. If you're going to put, typically, most Paydirt sellers, I've been doing this a long time. Most Paydirt sellers that sell 1 gram bags of Paydirt end up putting 1.1. That's what they put, 1.1, and 90% of 1 gram Paydirt sellers put in 1.1 because they want to make sure, just in case you miss a little bit, you still get the 1 gram. But what they should do is put 1.05 in 9 bags. And in that 10th bag, you can put in all that 0.05 in it. So whatever that is, you'd end up with 9 bags at 1.05 and 1 bag at what, 1.4, 1.45, something like that. And that would be your bonus bag. But you don't tell people. Just don't tell people you're doing it. So that way they just think they found gold that you missed, or, you accidentally spilled a little bit in. And then they'll definitely come back and be like, oh man, look, Mike didn't know this gold was rich. I found an extra, 0.3 grams of gold in it. It's the best system. But people want to advertise, oh, I have bonus bags. But then nobody wants bonus bags. That's definitely true. If you mine the gold yourself, it always makes things easier. But, it just depends. I know people who, there's Paydirt vendors out there that are paying 75% for the gold they buy. So, and they're buying it, And then it's not taking any of their time, because there's very few people out there that could stay heavy selling by mining their own gold. Because one of the big problems is, and I know I've talked to Allison from Yukon Alley, and she can't, even though she might mine with, she did not quote any of these numbers. These are me just making up numbers. Let's say in a given day, she mines, 2 ounces of gold. She can't just put that gold in a jar and say, okay, I'm going to wait till the end of the season and then sell that in Paydirt. Because she needs fuel. She needs breakdown maintenance. She needs food. She needs to pay her suppliers and pay this and pay that. So she has to sell that 2 ounces of gold. She might be able to, if she finds 2.5, she might be able to keep the 0.5 for the end of the year. But they tend to have to move their gold pretty quickly to keep the operation going. And it's only at the end of the year, whatever profit they have is profit in gold, that then they can sell Paydirt. So, and hey, Dusty, I think I said hi to you earlier, but hi again, since I see you saying hi again, everyone. Johnny Ray, thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it. So far, I have not seen anyone have any sort of luck from MBM. I hit him up hard and begged him to sell me some of his tailings, and he just essentially wouldn't do it. Because he was like, oh, first he didn't want to do it because he said there'd probably be no gold in there. And I said, that's okay. I just want to pan it out. Doesn't matter if there's gold or not. So then finally, after a couple emails, I told him, look. Then he said, oh, well, it's not going to be worth my time. And I said, well, it's the same amount of time that you have for any of your other Paydirt you're selling, I'll pay you for it. I'll pay you the $7,500 for it, just the same as everyone else will, except for I want it to not be a big slab of rock. I want it to be tailings. And then he stopped talking to me. So I guess he didn't want me to pan out his tailings. Yeah. There we go. More gold. It probably would have drove me crazy anyway. I wouldn't have been able to do a video or maybe I probably could have did a video of it, but it would have been long. Because, you know, that all that stuff was super fine material, so it had taken me days to pan out. Yeah, Yukon Alley only sells once a year. She is going to start selling twice a year. But I don't know when that's going to be. Yeah, so far, you know, so my take from the MBML is I think I saw the numbers. I think it was 1 ounce per ton or 1.5 ounces per ton. I mean, it was a rich vein, but the problem is where you have drill holes for a mine is much different than, say, a drill hole for placer gold, you know, because usually the gold vein is much smaller for like a mine. And you know, if you just go a foot over and pull a big rock out, it's not going to have any gold. It's just not going to. So, you know, the fact that he's not selling any with any visible gold in it, you know, it's just, I don't think anyone's going to get anything good. I think most of it's just kind of like, you know, crush some rock that came from him, you know. It's kind of the same thing as when he who we shall not talk about, Clash, when he first sold his first Paydirt, it was the Clash Crumbs. He didn't play. He said he wasn't going to sell Paydirt. He just wanted to sell the Clash Crumbs, and he came up with the Clash Crumbs, and it was just something you could see like to pan out that he panned out. And it had a really bad ROI. I think it was like 25% ROI or something ridiculous like that, low like that. But it was really just to be panning out his material. And I think that's what this is. Just so you could crush the same rocks he's crushing. Except for I don't think these are rocks he would be crushing. What's up, Mark Sheldon? And yes, I did talk. I don't think it was just me. I think HD was pushing her, and probably a lot of her customers were pushing her. But one of the things that Allison told me that she was worried about was she didn't want to sell Paydirt because where they're at, where their mine is, isn't close to a post office. I mean, they literally only are near a post office once a week. And I told her, as long as you put it in your description, you say, hey, look, you know, if you order on Monday through Friday, it's not getting shipped until, you know, the next Monday. We make one trip every 7 days to town. As long as people know, they won't complain. Well, you'll always get somebody to complain, but, you know, I don't think with her there probably won't be because she's more of a bougie boutique seller. But, well, good luck with that, Alan. Omega Geek 64. I haven't seen that video. I have to go watch that one. But again, like I said, crush ore is a big difference between plastic. You know, I would be really, you know, it's one of the reasons there used to be a lot of sellers. There used to be a seller on eBay for a long time that used to sell ore that you could crush that would have gold in it. Or he would say you had a chance of buying gold, but it was just too much work. You know, it's bad enough if you buy Paydirt that, you know, you could end up getting skunked. You could get a 10% ROI. You could get a 20% ROI. I don't want to have to do a whole bunch of physical labor too. You know, I mean, if you happen to already have a really good rock crusher, then maybe it's not so bad. But like me and my manual one, it would take me 2 days to crush up all that stuff. And then just to pan it out, nope. Too much. And thank you very much for posting that, Nightbot. And make sure everyone, if you're not already a supporter of Vendetta, go check them out. One of, if not one of the best Paydirt sellers there is out there. Either the two mics, you can't go wrong with either the two mics, Mike from Vendetta Prospecting or Mike from Gold Nugget Sales. They seem to trade who wins the championship for Miller Prospecting every year. Last year was Gold Nugget Sales. The year before that was Vendetta Prospecting. So, you know, can't go wrong with the mics. Yeah, that's exactly it, Troubled One. That's why I would not do it. And that's why, you know, when I saw he was selling it, I was like, okay, well, I don't want to be crushing stuff up. I want to just pan stuff that's already been crushed. But I'm guessing the only reason I can think that he didn't want to sell it to me was, you know, because he was already putting stuff in boxes and he's already putting them, going to the post office to sell the other stuff. Was that he might have been worried that I might have either found gold that his equipment was missing, and since he primarily sells equipment, I mean, that's really what he, you know, is showing off his equipment he builds, is either I was going to find gold, it would show that his equipment was missing gold, or he was worried about I would put gold in the bag, you know, in the dirt and say, oh, look, I found all this gold, you know, and try to make a video that way saying I found a ton of gold that his thing missed. So, but either way, I guess it saves me from having to pan out a whole bunch of really fine material. A couple more little pieces of gold. Benzo. What's up, Benzo? How you been doing? Benzo, are you or JP going to the Freedom Fest? Trouble one. I mean, you know, looking at his system, I think his system looks like it works really good. Shaker tables are notoriously good at finding gold. I think it was probably more he might have been worried I might have, you know, rigged it, you know. Because he probably doesn't know who I am. So, you know, just somebody emailing him and saying, you know, hey, look, sell me your tailings, you know. Yard day. Yep. Yeah, my yard day was this other day, and I vetoed that. I said, nope. The weather was too nice. It was like 67 degrees. I said, nah, I'll wait until it's hot and scorching. I already hate doing yard work as it is, so. I thought I'm a shoo-in. I'm not even running anymore, PA. I figured I'm a shoo-in. Our two current candidates, I'm pretty sure that people are just going to write my name in anyway. So Benzo is going to be there. Benzo, do you know if JP is going to be there? Just curious. I still haven't decided if I'm going yet or not. My original plans were if my daughter was going to go, then I would definitely go. But she's going to be out of town, so she can't go. I mean, she said she would meet me there, but they're going to be driving back that day from like Florida. I was like, no. Because I was really hoping to spread the cost 4 ways as opposed to just me and my son, but you know. I mean, if you can't have your kids pay for part of your vacation, what good is it? Thank you again, Donna. And again, in case anyone missed it, if anyone's late for the hidden video, tonight we're going to be giving away 1 spot to win this Vendetta 1-ounce silver bar that unfortunately is getting a little cruppy from my hands always touching it, but you'll definitely have to clean it up so it's shiny again. But a Vendetta 1-ounce silver bar is going to be the giveaway this time. JP should be there. Because I know JP was kind of disappointed in the pan I gave him last time. But I was trying to run through there and sign everyone a pan, and my pen was just junking out. But I didn't want to like leave and be like, okay, you don't get a pen. pan. So I need to give them a fresh pan. Making some headway. Almost done. A couple more pans, we'll be done. Triple A Rockhound, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. I appreciate it. And thank everyone who joined the show, who hits that thumbs up button. I really do appreciate it. Since YouTube tends to hate my channel for whatever reason, because, I guess I'm not, pulling pranks on people and, being a nuisance to society. I'm not lying, cheating, stealing, or things like that. YouTube tends to not want to show my videos. Even if you hashtag certain videos, mine won't show up. So, yeah, maybe if you give thumbs up, they'll start making their algorithm a little bit better and nicer to me. And the only reason I'm pushing that is because somebody complained, one of the Paydirt sellers complained that they were looking for their video and they couldn't find them. Yeah, I think JP got the end of the batch of the pans because it was like the gold pans, the gold pens kind of wear out pretty quick. No one sees any of my views. Yeah, it. I don't know what it is because somebody. I think it was actually Allison from Yukon Alley. When I did her last video, I think if you even hashtag Yukon Alley, it wouldn't show up. My video just would not show up. And even though I always make sure I always hashtag whoever I'm reviewing, I always hashtag them. But I'll have to go through. Maybe they don't like the way I'm using hashtags or something. I don't know. Nugget about to pop out? Yeah. There's too much dirt. You only get big, huge nuggets if you're panning out those 1 ounce bags of Paydirt from sellers. Because, if you do the unsearched Paydirt, it's always the smaller the bag, the bigger the nugget that comes in it. Well, I appreciate that, Culver. Yeah, I don't pay attention to their algorithm. I just figure my live shows the only time I really want to talk, tell people to thumbs up. When I'm doing my videos, yeah. Yeah, because they're trying to get everyone to do shorts. They think, they're trying to make their algorithm so the only way you can stay consistent is by then doing a daily short. And I got better things to do with my life than every day post a short that makes no sense, a zero content, just so I can get a couple thumbs up. Ooh, some more gold, some more wire gold, a couple nice little pieces. Gonna have a nice little smile at the end of this. Jim. Sadly, I don't go through that many pans. That's the problem. I mean, I've been using this pan for 3 years, using this pan for probably 3 years. I did have a batch of pans, which is why I sold them and gave them away the last time I was there. I'll have to look and see if I have a couple. I might have to, if I do go to Freedom Fest, I'll definitely have to make sure I bring some pans. Wildcat. Yeah. Yeah. That's the only thing I tend to promote is because I know trying to beat YouTube and its algorithm is crazy. That's why I always tell everyone if you just want to know about Paydirt reviews, go to my website, Miller Prospecting. It's easier to find all the reviews. I've reviewed just about everybody there is to review, so I'll have a review of them somewhere. And if you see a review on my site and you're like, oh man, that was 3 years ago, I wonder if they're any good, just email me and tell me, hey, go back and review them, and I'll add them to my list and re-review them and see if they're still good or still bad. Well, if they were really, really bad, I might not review them again, but yes, the gold vlog. Yes, Mike, we're starting an hour early because I have a new schedule with my kids, so I didn't want to run really short, condensed, like 1 hour shows. So we're starting an hour earlier, but we're going to be ending about 8 o'clock. So ending about the same time, 8 o'clock, 8:15. Just starting earlier so I can make sure I pan everything out, you know? Yeah, get all that good gold. And since we're panning out some of your buddy, the other Mike's Paydirt, and it was a big bag, about 3 pounds of it, definitely needed time to do it. Because we've been panning for a good 45 minutes, and we're still not done. And thank you for joining the show. I always appreciate it, Mike, when you pop in. I watched your entire video today. I managed to watch the whole thing before I started my live show. And that was a really awesome video. That was crazy that one nugget was just split in half and he found it 4 years later. That's crazy. You didn't say if the one thing you might have said it in the video and I might have missed it, but does he have a claim or is he just on public land? Because I was like, if that's just public land, people are going to start following him. Wheezing. Okay, maybe it was only 37. Vendetta sent me a split nugget. That was just so cool. You know, I thought that was the coolest part of the video, was just seeing that split nugget. I did immediately go over to your website to see if you had any new pieces on there, but then I had to start my show and I didn't really get to look. And I have told everyone, and in case you're late as well, next week we will be panning out some Paydirt from Mike at the Gold Vlog. This week is Mike from Vendetta Prospecting, and next week will be Mike from the Gold Vlog. So, doing a double Mike this week and next week. And then next week, we're going to be giving away some Paydirt next week as well. We're going to be giving away 3 bags of Paydirt. So, you definitely want to thumbs up this video because otherwise I won't invite you to the next video, next Tuesday show. So if you don't thumbs up this live show, next Tuesday you can't show up and win any of these bags of Paydirt we're going to be giving away. And everyone give a big thank you to Mike at the Gold Vlog for donating some Paydirt to give away to y'all. So yeah, this is definitely a big one. Next week I think is the same thing. The bag that Mike typically sends me isn't that big, but I think that's a big hefty bag too. I didn't weigh it up, but it's at least 2 pounds, I think. So, definitely why I need this extra hour to be panning out this stuff. I mean, I got most of the bags on my shelf, for whatever reason, are starting to get really big. I got somebody sent me, I think it was like a 5-pound bag of Wisconsin beach sand, Wisconsin, like, fines. So, I might even need that to be a doubler. So, double show. I mean, it's a big old duct taped bag of Paydirt. It came from Wisconsin. So, and he added gold. So I can't just I'll just pan it out like super quick. He added some gold to it. So I know it's got gold. Well, I appreciate it. I appreciate it, Mike. All right, we're all done with the fresh pan. Now let's get to, does this pan look like it hasn't been seasoned as well? No, it's full of dirt. But yeah, it kind of looks like it too. I guarantee these pans are very well seasoned. Actually, there's still too much dirt here. Here, we're gonna whittle it down some more. There. I know that was a really good video. I really like that video. I mean, I tend to like most of the Gold Vlog videos. I mean, I kind of stopped watching because he didn't say, he doesn't wear one of the sweatshirts, like Vendetta does, Vendetta knows what it takes to get people to watch a video. No, I'm still not finished. I'm being lazy. You know that. I start talking, not paying attention. I had all this black sands. It's getting there, though. I'm still practicing. One of these days I'll get decent at panning. Yeah. I'm assuming you're talking to me, MJ. If not, she responded to somebody's message. I do like taking my time panning. I don't like to miss something because it all goes into Tuesday tailings, and I don't like giving y'all my gold. Because, might not go to a Patreon member. I like giving my gold away to my Patreon members. Yeah. Plus, I really dislike repanning material these days. When I first started, I would gladly repan my Paydirt 10, 12 times, even if I didn't find anything, just because it was cost effective to just keep repanning the same stuff over and over and over. Nowadays, with all my reviews and Tuesday shows, I go through enough Paydirt. I don't want to repan it. Yeah. We're all still waiting on the Vegemite video. We're still waiting on the Miller Prospecting mail call video. The Gold Vlog's always behind. Well, that's like me. You should see. I have videos, so I write down all my video ideas, and I'm like, okay, I'll do this for a video. That's not a Paydirt review. I have ones from 3 years ago I still haven't gotten to because I'll say, okay, I'll do that later, and I'll do it later, and just, And I just, I was supposed to have a video last Saturday, and I just couldn't get to it. And I was supposed to have a video this Saturday. I'm probably not going to have a video out this Saturday either. Just other stuff happens in life. And I won't push myself if it's not a review. I won't be like, okay, you got to get this review out. All right, that sounds good, MJ. I'll reply to it after the show. Oh, Mike's a busy man. Both of the Mikes are busy. That's why they get all the good gold. Yeah, I'm really going to be curious to see out of all the Vegemite videos, what percentage of them hate it and which percentage of them love it. I don't think it's going to be 50-50. All right, now let's go to clean up pan. I would imagine most hated it. It's a very now see, I just tasted it raw, but even if I would have tasted it on bread, I wouldn't have liked it. But I can tell that some people like people who like see when I drank beer, I like light beer. I'm one of those, weak beer drinkers that likes his, Miller Lite or Bud Light, even Coors Light. But there's people that like that dark yeasty beer, like all that home brewed stuff. They would probably like the Vegemite, just because they're used to having that taste from the wretched beer they drink. Yeah. And especially if you're not Australian, because there's lots of stuff, I mean, not me personally, but there's a lot of foods in the South that people just love. Hoghead cheese, man. I couldn't personally eat it, but man, when I used to work at a deli when I was a kid, you'd be amazed at how many people came in and ate hoghead cheese sandwiches. You know, cow tongue sandwiches, all kinds of things. Man, pickle loaf. Ugh. I personally couldn't eat any of those things, but if you grew up around them, you're just used to it and you eat it. Well, of course, like, my personal favorite brand was Miller Lite, but I really didn't turn down. If I went to a party and they had light beer, it didn't matter what kind of light beer it was. I was drinking it. It is Taco Tuesday. See, I typically have tacos on Monday because typically Monday, my kids are with me on Monday, every other Monday. And since they're never here on Tuesdays, I just kind of move our taco day to Monday because, Taco Monday does sound better anyway. So, yeah, head cheese is pretty now I will say head cheese is pretty nasty, but a lot of times they usually would make two types. So you can either get regular hog head cheese or you can get spicy. And the spicy is really spicy. I mean, like unbearable spicy. So if you had a sandwich with that, you kind of couldn't taste what the other stuff was, but you knew it. But cow tongue is the worst product ever. That probably had to be the nastiest thing, but because it comes in a can, just like a square ham. And if you go to a deli, but what they do is they just stick a whole bunch of tongues in a can, and then they fill it with fat, just like Crisco fat. So when you slice it up on the deli, you just see like a thin piece of a tongue and then a whole bunch of fat. Oh, there's just no getting around that. Hmm. And I could deal with just the tongue by itself, but just, if half of if you buy, a deli sandwich, half of the meat you're buying isn't actually meat, it's just lard. Ugh, it was not good. But, but again, in the South, big thing in the South, crackling. I do like crackling. That's one of my one thing from the South I really like. Yeah. 40 years of, yeah, see, I'm not that particular about beer. Whatever was on sale is what I was getting. Well, that was good. There's some cheap beer. Go. How do you think I keep from eating while during the live shows? Because this is my dinner time when I do these live shows, and I'm always starving when I start the shows. So I have to talk about, bad food. Because if we talk about good food like we usually do, then my stomach's rumbling the whole time. But, I like all tacos. There's not a taco I've ever seen that I did not like. Well, maybe I should rephrase that. That I might not like a taco's price. That would be about it. I went to a place in Louisville. I took my kids there. I guess it was probably like 5 years ago. It was right after I got divorced, so I took them there so we could go have some fun. And they had a place that was, all authentic tacos, the little tiny ones. And man, we were just banging away. I think they had like 20 different tacos, and we ended up getting all of them. But I got that bill, and it was like $140 or something crazy. I was like, okay, tomorrow we're going Taco Bell. Tongue taco. They didn't have the tongue taco. They had a couple weird ones on there that we got that were okay, but they were still tacos. So I'm happy. Hard cider's not bad. I don't drink it all anymore. There's nothing I drink now. So now I'm a real lightweight. Purity of flour gold, nobody's gonna tell you because it'll depend on where it's from. So if the gold you're finding is 20 karat, then the flour gold is gonna be 20 karat. If the gold you're finding is 18, then it's gonna be 18. So and thank you for joining the show, Eric. Appreciate it. A nice little smile there. Yeah, see, I can't do that thick beer high. If I wanted high alcohol content, I would just drink vodka. So, I mean, I can tell you, I wasn't, when I was young, when I was a teen, I drank a lot of beer because, it was cheap and I got drunk easy. But once I got older and I still wanted to drink, I only drank hard alcohol. I didn't really, I'd drink beer at work. That was it. If I was drinking beer, it would only be when I was behind the bar just so I wouldn't get hammered and I could drink beer for 8 hours and not be drunk and still do my job. But then once I got off work, it was just hard alcohol. I know that bowling ball was crazy too. There was some really cool gold on that video. I know there's been one piece of Arizona gold that's on gold nuggets for sale that I've been eyeballing for a month or two now, but too expensive for my blood. Especially with my lawyer draining my pockets, my very small pocket. But maybe once it's all said and done, it'll still be there. Yeah, there's definitely a big difference between, like I remember I used to work this one bar during the day, then I'd work a nightclub 2 nights a week. And man, it would be so hard to work there. I mean, because I was always what they would do is it was a big nightclub. I think they had 8 different bars inside the nightclub, and every bar had one guy and one girl working. So the girl would bring the people in, the guy could haul this stuff around and get stuff. And man, they would always be like, do a shot, because the girl would convince everyone to buy them drinks. They'd say, oh, buy us drinks, because, it makes us money. And we'd be hammering shots the whole night, and it'd be so hard to work. You'd be like, oh, man, I need a smoke break. Let me go get some coffee. But when I was working at restaurants and stuff like that, I could drink beer a whole day and no problem. Fish tacos are the bomb. Fish tacos are one of my favorite. Actually, shrimp tacos are my absolute favorite, but not a lot of places have those, especially authentic ones. Most of them are fish tacos, but I love fish tacos. And yes, a special thanks to Mike over at Vendetta Prospecting for sending me this bag of Paydirt. That is way too kind. I'm getting a nice little smile out of it. Well, it's early, so I think we're going to pan some more. We kind of churned through that. Everyone's saying I was taking my time, but I kind of went through that pretty quick. And I think I got some more Vendetta Paydirt here. Yeah. Let me see what this one is. I think this was a no gold bag from Vendetta. I think we'll pan this one out. I know tacos are getting so expensive. It's kind of that thing, when something gets popular, so authentic tacos were never any, weren't always the most popular thing, but the last couple of years they become super popular. And so, of course, when things become popular, they jack up the price. So, all right, so we're gonna pan out some more Vendetta. We got time. We got time. We might not finish this one, but this one, I don't know if you can read the label. Lights might be too bright. No AU and AZ. I got this from September 22 Patreon. So this is an old Patreon Paydirt. We're gonna pan it out. Oh, this is totally different stuff. Now, we might not finish this one because, I only got like 40 minutes, 20 minutes left. We're going to pan a little bit out of it. This, I don't think, has any real gold in it. This was just something else. It's got big old cobble, but this is some red material. But let's see how fast we can pan this out. This is probably 2 pounds, 2.5 pounds. And we'll pan this one out quick. Since Mike was complaining we don't pan fast enough. Oh, this one's going to tear up the water. Tacos on the flat grill for Freedom Fest. That sounds like the ticket. That's what they should have done, was tacos, not spaghetti. They'd have gotten a lot more people at Freedom Fest with tacos. And I apologize if I miss anything in chat. I can only catch up every once in a while. Yeah. President sounds better than whatever you said before that. Posta Dime? Yeah, and make sure you go leave a comment on the hidden video. This will be spot number 1 out of 10 tonight, and that will be for the 1 ounce silver Vendetta bar. No gold. This, I don't think this was the Christmas dirt. Vendetta Christmas dirt was awesome. I don't think this is it though. It was this is different dirt. This was from, I think, 2022. But it might not be. I know it was September Patreon. But I saw a lot of the videos on the Vendetta Christmas material. I was actually jealous of some of the stuff he put in there. It's in Indiana. Freedom Fest is in Indiana. It's east of Indianapolis. Some cool rocks. Someone will be getting these in Tuesday tailings one day. You're welcome, Donna, and thank you for being a mod, and thank you for being here. I appreciate it. I missed you last week. Let's see, this is more like the Vendetta material I'm used to. Not all that high banker stuff. I'm used to the water just being churned up and stuff floating all on the edge of my sink. Nada. Under the weather. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully you're feeling better. Got a ticket. Hope the weather's dry. Yeah. Definitely got to hope the weather's good. Last year it flooded pretty bad. Yeah, it comes with getting old. It's pretty much, it's not when you're not feeling well, it's when you are feeling well. Every day I wake up with something different hurting. Yeah. It might stay for a while. That might be like the key. Like my shoulder for the last month has been my key. The month before that was my back. Yeah. Still not seeing any gold. Now this was a no guaranteed bag. This was something Vendetta sent me. He sent it to me last year, and he told me it was a bag he didn't think there was any gold, and it was just something he had dug up. I think he was trying new material or something. Yeah, it's probably the same dirt. Yes, I am doing a giveaway tonight, Paul. I'm sure one of my mods, if you're sweet to him, will drop the link. Tell them how awesome they are, what a great job they're doing. The only reason you really come to these shows is to hang out with them. It does, Culver, it does. It's kind of weird. It's like almost red clay material type. It's not clay though. It's just red and white. Those are the two colors on it. Red and white with some black sands. Looks like it's got, you know, like red. It almost looks like your Play-Doh stuff, except for it's got mixed in with like crushed quartz. Mike H. Y'all were supposed to wait till he buttered you up, Weezin. Donna. Make him be sweet to y'all. Make him whisper things in your ear. Just giving away that hidden link like it's nothing. Master, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. And make sure everyone you hit the thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Let's see, any gold yet? No gold. No gold. But we're getting some more Arizona Paydirt. Some Tuesday tailings. 10 tacos today would be like $20. Yeah. I haven't even looked at Taco Bell in a while. The only thing that's ever a good deal in taco is their $5 box. That's it. Everything else is just so overpriced nowadays. And my son the other night wanted Wendy's. And just me and him. And it sucked because just me and him was, I think, $16, and that was with the coupon. And then I get there to pick it up, and they didn't have anything I ordered. They had all his stuff, but I'm trying to eat like non-junk foods. I'm getting a salad and a baked potato, and they didn't have either one. So they're like, well, what do you want to swap it with? I'm like, well, I guess I got to swap for a hamburger, don't I? If you don't have any healthy food. And the burger is good, but, you know, not what I wanted. All right. Almost burning through this. Now there might actually, I don't want to say there's no gold in here because there might be. I'm kind of painting it kind of loosely, you know, because this is no gold was added. So if there's any natural gold in here and I lose it, I'm not worried. It'll just go in the Tuesday tailings. Trolling. See, I don't mind their burgers. They're not my favorite. My son likes them because he likes their bacon. You know, he's into bacon cheeseburgers and he likes their bacon better than other people's bacon. But I love their baked potatoes. You know, it's one of the things, if other places sold it, I'd go to theirs. But, you know, I like their baked potatoes. And I think their salads are usually better than most places' salads. Don't threaten me with cookies. No gold. Still might be some gold in here, though. You never know. Got 2 pans left. Then we're going to pick a name, give away the Vendetta, or give away a spot towards the Vendetta. Silver bar. And this will be spot number 1 tonight. So we got 10 spots to give away. Tonight will be spot number 1. And as always, YouTube and its affiliates have nothing to do with the giveaway. It's 100% sponsored by me and people that watch my channel and support me on Patreon. And as always, if I pull your name, you must post something in the live chat to claim your winnings. Otherwise, we'll give it away to somebody else at a different time. So if you're going to post something in the hidden video, make sure you are here when I pull your name. Doesn't make sense to comment and then disappear. Wendy's strawberry salad. I've never had that one. I'll have to try that one next time. See, now we're talking about good food. Now I'm getting hungry. Luckily, the show's almost over. But I'm just doing leftovers. Tonight, I had the kids over for 4 days. So I got a whole bunch of different things in the fridge. Leftovers. Not even one piece? Come on, man. Mike done gypped me. He made me take this bag of Paydirt for free, and he didn't even put any gold in it. I always love Vendetta's dirt. I even take it with the organics. I'll take it with the organics too. This one's not too bad on organics. I mean, you can't really see the edge of my sink, but not too bad. There's a line. It's going to take me a few minutes to clean my sink after the show. Pizza rolls and Cheez-Its, huh? I love Cheez-Its. I like their new duos. I got some of the duos the other day for my son, the Cheez-Its. It was like the pepper jack and the jalapeno one. Ooh, that was good. And we ended up destroying that box in like 2 days. I had to keep telling him to hide it from me. I was like, man, I'm gonna get fat with these things. I know this is the no AU and AZ bag, so he wasn't kidding with this one. All right, this will be it. This is the last of it. Let's see, even one little piece. No AU. But that was a fun bag, and I got it for free. I think this was maybe, I still have, I think that was one of, yeah, that was that bag he sent me, and I did win one of his Patreon bags. See, I did win this bag. This is a bag that's guaranteed 0.4, but that one we're not going to pan out tonight. It's been on my shelf for a while. That was a 2023. That was the only bag I won from him from Patreon. Then I quit being, I'm still a Patreon member, but I don't allow myself to win any Paydirt. I've won one time. That's all I need. Now anyone else can win. So, but all right, second bag wasn't as much fun as the first one. And that just, well, actually, it was just as fun, just not as much gold. So here we go. Here's the gold from the first bag, the no-name bag. Yeah, I was just churning through it because I knew there was going to be no real gold. If there was any gold, it would have been 2 or 3 pieces of gold, micro gold. And if it went in the Tuesday tailings, what do I care? It's just been sitting on my shelf forever, and I probably wouldn't have gotten to it this year or next year. So I figured why not pan it out tonight. So. Isn't that the way it's supposed to be, HD? And one last. This is what we're going to pull in the name for tonight. The Vendetta 1-ounce silver bar. I don't think he's ever sold the 1-ounce silver bars before. I had to make these for me. I had to make 2 of them for me. We'll be giving away one to somebody from the live show. But let's move the camera around so you can see the ugly mug. There's David in the show. Thank you for joining the show, David. Sorry if I didn't say hi to you. I missed you. But to reward you, I'm going to make you look at my ugly mug, David. All right. All right, let's shrink down the panning cam. we go. So we can still see that gold. And then, let's see. Let me open up chat. So nice to have to look at it on my tiny little phone. And there he is. Hey, David. Red Man, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it. Yep, and thank you, Nightbot, for posting over at Vendetta Prospecting. And make sure, if you're going to be buying a bag of Paydirt soon, go check out Vendetta Prospecting if you haven't already. Great seller. He's always in my top 1 or 2. He's been that way for a couple years. You know. How do you just leave Paydirt sitting on a shelf? Because I don't want to shoot the reviews. So everything on this shelf typically is stuff that is for upcoming reviews. This is for next Tuesday's live show. But then everything else over here is stuff that's for Tuesday shows. And I save it just for Tuesday shows. When I first started my channel, I panned out everything. The minute it came in, I panned it out, shot the review. But then what happens is once I was shooting so many reviews early on, a lot of times I would never post them just because they would get so dated and I was bringing in new things and it just got to be a hassle. So, and how's it going, Groovy? Thank you for joining the show. So now I just kind of keep things, and most of these are ones that people sent me. So I kind of want to give them, you know, their dues during a live show. HDs, you know, I got this one the other day. Big Texas, some Vendetta, like I said. So I just wait until my live shows to pan them out. If they were for reviews, the review shelf tends to be emptier, and I've got to like kind of put stuff behind it to make it look full. But there's only a couple bags up here, you know, for the reviews. Everything else are ones that I've bought to do for Tuesday shows. So, all right, let me go check, make sure all those comments are going away, because we are going to give away spot number 1 today. This is the first spot for this new giveaway I'm going to be doing on my channel for the Tuesday shows. And we're going to be giving away the Vendetta 1-ounce silver bar. So, I don't think he's ever done silver bars before. I know he's done the silver rounds. But we're going to be doing a silver bar since this has been so far Arizona month. It's a little squirrely about Arizona month. I just knew I was doing 2 reviews. I called it Arizona month, and we've been panning out on Tuesdays, nothing but Arizona Paydirt. So figured might as well start it off with some Arizona gold, silver. So got some, it's not gold. This is a silver bar, just in case I was messed up earlier. But okay, let me go check, make sure everything is going through for the giveaway. All the comments are going through, because, you know, sometimes it likes to only let my mods comment. Oh, nobody's been held. That's pretty good. Everything's looking good on this end. There we go. All right, so we can chat for a few minutes, and we'll do the giveaway. Now, I won't be doing a result show tomorrow. This, again, Vendetta sent me this. It was 1 gram of gold. I'm sure, you know, it's in there. It wasn't a super tough bag like last time when I did the LXR one, and I was just really curious if I found the gram. This time, it doesn't matter if I found it or not. If I missed anything, it was going in Tuesday tailings. I just appreciate that Vendetta sent this to me. The LXR bag I actually paid for, so, you know, typically if somebody sends me something, I don't like to weigh it up. Just, you know, just the way I am. I appreciate it if it was a gram. If it's not, if he shorted me, it's only a half a gram, I'm happy with that. So, you know, I know Vendetta didn't, but, you know, if I only find half a gram, the other half goes to my Tuesday tailing, it's all good to me. This was sent to me by Vendetta. So there won't be a results show. Saturday, there won't be a video unless I cobble something together, and I don't think I am. In case any of you don't know, I am going through a legal dispute with my ex for my kids in custody, trying to change custody. And not only is it very draining monetarily, it's extremely just mentally draining as well, and time consuming. I mean, I just got in a 14-page questionnaire from her attorney. So, I mean, things like my last 3 years worth of medical reports, I got to dig them all up, print them all up, put them on PDF, send them to my lawyer to send to them. And that's just one of the 14 questions. And they're all just like that. You know, bank statements, credit cards, everything for years and years and years. It's just becoming a huge battle. So it's going to make it a lot harder for me to keep pumping out videos. I am going to still at least put out one Paydirt review, one Paydirt battle every single month, but the other fluff ones are kind of might be brushed to the side. So last Saturday I didn't get to do a video, or the Saturday before last. Last Saturday I did do the review for National Assets, if you haven't seen that. And then next Saturday, this Saturday, I don't think I'll have a video out. I might, but I'm pretty sure I won't. What's up, Wrench? How's it going, brother? You got the new chopper running? It's not a chopper, I know, but I don't ride motorcycles, so I call them all choppers. Hopefully you got it running, brother. And thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate that, Wildcat. Yeah, it's, it's something that need to be done. And, at one point in your life, you have to have that hill you're going to die on. And this is my hill. This is the hill that I am going to I've let a lot of stuff slide with, kids and stuff with my ex. But this is just it. This is my hill that I'm going to be standing on. And, if I've got to, fill out 14 pages of questions and each answer is going to be 2 years of replies, and so be it, And that's what credit cards are for, lawyer says I need this. Okay. I guess I'll be applying for another credit card, Yeah, this one is definitely messy. This one's definitely going to be messy, but what are you going to do? It's part of life. This is what happens when you have kids with people. But yeah, I mean, my son is 15, so, there's only a couple of years left. I want to make sure the last 3 years of him having to, live under the rule of somebody should be his best 3 years. I want him to have a good life, things like that. So it's definitely worth it. Like I said, this is my hill, there's a lot of things in life, that I'm willing to overlook. I'm a pretty laid back guy. I don't complain about too much. So, but this was just one of those things that I was just like, nope, not having it anymore. So, and all good things come to those, like I said, it doesn't matter. Even if I lose, it's worth the battle. It's just one of those things where it's worth it. So, I appreciate everyone's kind words. I appreciate that. So, what are you going to do? But we'll get back to the show. So, but tomorrow I will not have a video. Saturday I won't have a video. Probably the next time you see this ugly mug will be next Tuesday. I will be panning out this. I can't show you it. But it is something from Mike over at the Gold Vlog. I will be panning this out next Tuesday. And I also, right next to it, you can't really see it, there's 3 other bags of Paydirt that I will be giving away from Mike. Mike sent these 3 bags over to give away, so we'll be giving away 3 bags of Paydirt next week. We'll also be giving away another spot for the Vendetta silver bar. So next week, you definitely want to tune in. If you didn't tune in this week and you're just watching the replay, next week you definitely want to be here because we're going to be giving away the spot for the silver, 3 bags of Paydirt. It's going to be an awesome show. And it's a big bag of Paydirt too. It's another like 2-pounder. So we'll be going through that. And thank you. Before it even happens, we're going to thank Mike from the Gold Vlog. Thank you very much for sending that to me. I'm excited to pan that out. I'm really excited to pan that out. So I just got an invoice yesterday from my attorney. I just got an invoice yesterday. So he's just churning through that retainer. He's just churning through it. He's just like, what can we do this month? So. And that's not even, he doesn't even pay all the other stuff, like we got a mediation next week, I think, or 2 weeks we have a mediation, that's like $600, right there, just to go see another attorney, You want me to show him the label? You sure? I'll show him. I don't mind. But this is what we're going to be going through next week. The washes. Arizona's red gold Paydirt. There you go. This is what we're going to be panning out next week. I was hiding it because I didn't know if he wanted people to know, but this is what we're going to be panning out next week. And I'm excited. I'm excited for this. some more red material. I'm guessing this came from kind of where this video was from. So tonight's video. So if you didn't watch it, go check out the Gold Vlog's new video. Great bag of Paydirt. The Arizona's red gold Paydirt. We're going to be panning this out next week. We're going to be giving away 3 bags of it as well next week. So you definitely want to stay tuned next week. I appreciate that, Panama. Yeah. Yep, the Mike and Mike collaboration Paydirt. Well, that's what we'll be panning out next week. This week I panned out some Vendetta Paydirt, and the next week we'll be panning out the other Mike and Mike Paydirt. But this one came from Gold Nugget Sales, even though it's got both of them on there. So that's it. So I think this is releasing 30th. I think it's releasing on the 30th as well. It might be the day before. So, but it definitely will be out on the 30th, and we're going to be panning some out. So, and then even if you don't want to buy any, I'm giving away 3 bags of it, 3 half-gram bags. So you definitely want to be here next Tuesday so you can at least win some if you don't want to buy some. I suggest you go buy some though, but I know the Mike and Mike's the best candy ever, so that's my favorite. I like their sour ones. I got some like 2 weeks ago. That was my treat for myself for doing good on my diet all week, because I got some Mike and Mike's, some sour Mike and Mike's. Mayo Paydirt to that. I definitely might. There's a couple. That's why I said I made room. I've been telling everyone I wanted some more Paydirts. I was, like MJ, I wanted some Maple Paydirt. There's so many. But now is when I'm broke. See, now everyone wants to like put out Paydirt when I'm broke. Put it out when I'm flush. I'm never really flush, but every once in a while I do have $80-$90 to blow. Right now I don't. So don't sell Paydirt yet. Wait 6 months. Is there anyone that's thinking about selling Paydirt that would look good on my shelf? Just wait like 6 months. Because otherwise I'm going to have to put it on a credit card and, then that $80 bag of Paydirt turns into a $120 bag of Paydirt. I know. That's what I'm talking about. I actually told him that the other day. I think I sent him an email and I told him, dude, you're just dropping all your Paydirts at once. But that's what happens when you're always playing catch up, I do it the same way too. Is I'll be like, oh man, I need to do this, I need to do that, and then I'll not put out a whole bunch of videos, and then I've got to put out a ton of videos all at once. So, but all right, let's get rid of the pan. And thank you again, Mike at the Vendetta Prospecting. I appreciate that bag of Paydirt. Some beautiful gold there. Let me see. What am I doing? Hey, we're gonna shrink down the panning cam. We're gonna get rid of the panning cam. So that way we can do the giveaway. So let's shrink down the ugly mug. Let me get the link first. Tuesday night tailings. Tuesday night hidden video. There we go. Like that. All right, now let's shrink down the ugly mug. And again, if I pull your name, you must post something in the live chat before the end of the show. Otherwise, you lose your spot. And I'll give it away next week to somebody else. So if I pull your name for spot number 1 for the 1-ounce silver bar from Vendetta, you definitely want to be here and post something. And there we go. And as always, a shameless plug for my website, because YouTube hates me. So if you ever want to find any reviews, definitely go check out my website, millerprospecting.com, where even some of my videos I get very angry at, right, Groovy? But my last one, I didn't get too angry about national assets. I actually think I was a little harsh on him in the beginning because his Paydirt really wasn't as horrible as I thought it would be. I mean, I'm still not a fan of it because he used all the fake feedback, and I think that's bad showing. If somebody's willing to cheat on their feedback, they're probably going to at some point cheat on Paydirt or something else. And as always, my top 10 recommended sellers, top 2, Gold Nugget Sales and Vendetta Prospecting. We did the Vendetta Prospecting tonight. Next week, we'll be doing some Gold Nugget Sales. Shout out to the 2, number 1 and number 2 on my website. So now let's drop the link, pull a name, and see who's got this spot. Now, again, you must post something in the live chat to claim this prize before the end of the show, and you've got about 5 minutes. So here we go. See who it is. And again, last thing, then I'll pull the name. If you're a Patreon member, you can win more than once. If you're not a Patreon member and you win, you only get 1 spot out of these 10. That's all you can get is 1 spot. If you're a Patreon member, you can win all 10 weeks. If I happen to rig it that way, I would never rig it so the same person won all 10. I know to spread it out a little bit. But here we go. Let's pick a winner. Shane Prothero. I know he was in chat. I saw him multiple times in chat. Good luck and congratulations to the winner. It won't be me. Well, you were wrong, Shane. 100% wrong, Shane. Because you won. So, Shane, hopefully you stuck around, because if you're not in chat anymore, you're going to be so mad. But all right. Here we go. Full-size ugly mug because of Shane. I know he was in chat a whole bunch earlier. Hopefully he's still here. But congratulations to Shane. And like I always say, if you actually type something, I think you have a much better chance of actually winning. Because most of the comments, I look at the comments before I actually do this when I'm going to check to see if everyone's comments are going through. And there are a lot of people that just don't comment. They just post, like a dot or an asterisk or something else, and that's it. And I've never seen them win, so. I know he's here, HD. I've seen him a whole bunch, so hopefully he's listened. Oh, Shane, there he is. I'm here. There, he posted. He was quick. So, Shane, congratulations. You've got spot number 1 for the 1-ounce silver bar from Vendetta Prospecting. We're going to be doing the drawing, so you've got no rush. If you want to email me, Shane, you can email me at Dylan@MyLawProspecting so I can put your address on file in case you win. Because you don't have to be here when I do the drawing. The drawing will be on 7/2. That's when the drawing will be. That's when all 10 spots will be given away. And we'll be doing July 2nd. We'll be pulling the name. And this way, if you email me and have your address already, if you win, you don't have to be there. I can just send it off to you. No worries. No worries, Ortiz. I appreciate you just being here and listening. I appreciate everyone that's just here and listening. Steven Schwant, I appreciate you being here and listening. Everyone who's just listening. Chris W., appreciate it. Jeff Irwin, thank you for being here. Johnny Ray, appreciate it. So thank you all for being here. I really appreciate everyone who joins these live shows. I appreciate you hitting that thumbs up before you leave the live show. I always appreciate that. And make sure you don't hit it twice, because I know with that new goofy thing of them not getting rid of the thumbs down, that, people hit the thumbs up twice and it makes it wrong. So, and a huge shout out to Mike over at Vendetta Prospecting for sending me the Paydirt. All the Paydirt that we panned out today went through 2 bags. One of them was really nice bag with a lot of good gold in it. The other one, still super fun to pan out, but just not as much gold. There we go. Let me see. There we go. We'll put the gold back on the screen. There we go. That's that Vendetta gold. So thank you very much to Mike over at Vendetta. And if you ever already bought some Paydirt from Mike in the past and you're looking to buy some Paydirt, buy some of Mike Vendetta's Paydirt. Next week, I'll be telling you to buy Gold Nugget Sales Paydirt. So, you're going to be buying Paydirt for 2 weeks. Buy some Vendetta last week, and next week you'll be buying some of this. So. And thank you, Donna. Thank you very much. But I think that's going to be it. I think I'm going to get out of here. It's going to be at 8 o'clock closing time. But I really do appreciate everyone who joins me on these live shows. Next week, it will be at 6 o'clock again. Like I said, I have to start these shows a little bit earlier now if I want to keep a 2-hour show going, because I have to essentially leave at 8 o'clock, 8:15 to talk to my kids. And that is more important to me than a live show. So this is what I have to do. I have to start my shows a little bit earlier. It also gives me a lot more time to pan. In fact, I had so much time to pan that we're going to have to start panning slower. But I'm going to get out of here. I hope everyone has a absolutely great week. I will see you all next Tuesday. I probably won't have a video coming out Saturday, so I will probably just see you all next Tuesday. And we're going to go through some of the Arizona red gold Paydirt from Gold Nugget Sales. And again, one last time, we'll be giving away a spot for another silver round next week. And we'll also be giving away 3 more bags of this Arizona Paydirt from Vendetta and Mike, the collab, the Mike and Mike bag of Paydirt. We'll be giving away 3 bags of that to some lucky viewers. So I haven't figured out how I'm going to do it, though. Might be Patreon member, non-Patreon member, Patreon member, something like that. But we're going to be giving away 3 bags of Paydirt. I have them on my shelf already. They're already there. I've got shipping paid for, so make sure you join us next Tuesday, because I won't see you till then. Come hang out with me next Tuesday, and we'll be giving away some Paydirt. So, panning out some Paydirt. But I'm out of here. Thanks, everyone. Have an